This is Brandon, and first thing I would try to kind of clean up the model because it's in these different pieces here. So you've got that and this, and they kind of overlap with each other, and this and that and that. So I'm going to try to sort of sort that out first. Um, so let's start. I'm just going to delete half of this because I'll do it for one side, and then uh, go over to the other side, and then these kind of internal faces we don't really want, so I'm going to get rid of those. Oops. Kind of a real narrow one here. Okay. And this face here, why won't it let me select that? No? Hmm. That's kind of weird because it's like this internal face and won't let me select it. What I might try to do is mesh cleanup for that. So modeling, mesh, cleanup, and have these options: lamina faces, non-manifold, and edges with zero length. Nope. It's very strange that it won't let me select those faces. And they don't appear to have vertices associated with them either. I'm just going to hide this for a moment. Control H and... Oh, is it... No. Wait a minute. Why can't I select this at all? Hmm. It's very strange. Let me reopen the file. I'm going to start by deleting all the history. Edit, delete all by type, history. And then I think I'll run mesh clean. Why did I not delete the history? Edit, delete by type, history. Okay. And then I'm going to run mesh cleanup also. And maybe I'll try deleting this side. I don't know. See if we still have those weird. Yeah, we still sure do. I'm just going to freeze transforms to get this to zero out all the transforms over here. And I might delete all of these out. Okay. And there's also some... Let me freeze transforms on this as well. And maybe just delete that whole object. Okay. And are there any weird surfaces on this one? No, it's okay. I'm going to delete out this face here, and let's put this back to 0, and this one back to 0. Okay. One thing that might help is if I just bridge these two together. So I'm going to select these two, do a mesh combine, and then grab the edge loops here. Just right mouse click, edge, double click there, shift, double click there, shift, right mouse click gives us this menu. I'll go down to bridge, and that connects those. And then delete out these internal faces here. Okay. And let's make sure that these are all on the center line. So I'm going to double. Ooh, that's not good. So something's a bit funny with these. Let's hold on. So I'm going to try deleting this edge. Shift right mouse click delete edge, and this one shift right mouse click delete edge. See if it's still doing that strange select. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I don't know. Um, so it shouldn't. Oh, I guess maybe this is a problem too. Whatever is going on with these. Let me try running mesh cleanup again. See if that'll get rid of any of this stuff. No. Oh, good. Okay, that's gone. Okay, why would it do that? Oh, okay, this isn't connected here. It looked like it was. Yeah, okay. So, right. So let's, I'll use the target weld and drag this to here. Okay. And maybe I'll use the multi-cut tool, mesh tools, multi-cut tool, and maybe just go from here to there. Oh, doesn't want to do that. So there's something else that's not. I think. Is this still like not sort of open? Yeah. Okay. Well, let me go from here to there first, and then let's grab those two vertices at the corner of the nose and merge those. Merge to center, yes. Okay. And that should be better now. Okay, same problem on the top. I'll just do those same steps. So let's get the target weld and drag this one to that one, and then I'll Control Shift X will give me the multi-cut tool from here. Whoop, not that one. From here to here. Enter, and then merge those together. So I'll select these two and edit mesh, merge to center. Okay. So that's better. Now it's selecting it right. Now let's get it to the center line. Oh gosh, there's this part right here too. What is this situation? Oh, okay. I'll just grab these two. And then do another merge to center, edit mesh, merge to center. Okay. All right. So that's better now. Good. Now let's convert this to vertices. I like to use the select, convert selection to vertices. The hotkey for that is Control F9. And if I go to this section right here, if you don't see this little section, it might be minimized like that. You click on that, it opens it up. Make sure I'm set to absolute transform, and I want it to move to 0 in the x direction. So you'll see it'll be very subtle, but if I type 0 here and then enter, see how they all got perfectly straight on the center line. Now it's going to be ready to properly mirror. So Um, let's just save this. I'm just going to call this O2. And I like to get the pivot point to the center, so if I hold down the D and V key at the same time, and then middle mouse drag, it'll snap it to the center there. Okay, and then I can do shift right mouse click mirror options, and we're going in the from the negative to the positive. You can see this X is pointing the positive direction, so we're going from the negative to the positive, so this is going to be set to positive. In the X direction, combine with original merge order vertices custom of 0.001, so it doesn't accidentally merge vertices. We don't want to mirror. Okay, and that looks good. Okay. Oh, okay. Something went wrong with the nose. Oh, okay. So that needs to be opened up and also along the center line. So let's get rid of that, and I'll just do that same thing again. Double click. Oh, wait a minute. What's the? This is funny. Is that gonna be all right? I guess that's all right. Okay. So once again, this time I'll use the Control F9. Select those, turn those edges into vertices. Vertex selection, I should say. And then again, this is already on absolute. X direction. We'll just see the nose move a little bit. 0, enter. Okay. And let's try the mirror again. So shift right mouse click, mirror. Okay. Look at it smooth by pressing 3, and your model is sound now. So I'll save that. So that needed to be done before you can really get a decent UV map. And I'm gonna kind of go over how I would UV map this. First, I'm going to delete history, edit, delete by type, history, and I'll just show you the cuts I would make. So first, let's look at this side by side. Hide the outliner, panels, panel, UV editor. That's really hard to see with that checker background. Okay, so that's a mess. And so what I like to do is to start by doing UV planar, not because I'm going to use it, but just to get it into one thing without any seams. And then I start cutting my own seams. So a number of different ways to do this. I guess I like, there's already some cuts here, which probably means actually that there's some verts that need to be merged that I missed. There's like holes in this. Just, it's the same thing we've been running into over and over in this model. We might be able to use symmetry if I hold down W, click, and go to symmetry, and then symmetry, then it should, yeah, see how it picks and affects both sides at the same time. So that way I can just fix one side and it should fix both. See that? So I just need something for that to merge with. Control Shift X for the multi-cut tool. Well, not there. Here. Oh, it does not like that. Why? Should be fine. Yeah, it's just being a little funny. So let me do this, and okay. I don't know, it's just being a little funny. So now I can select these two, just hit W to make sure it's, you sometimes hit 4 to do wireframe, make sure you didn't get anything back, but if the move tool is on top of them, you know you only selected those two. It's easy to accidentally pick something on the back. And edit mesh, merge to center. Okay, any more holes in this thing? Probably down here. Yep. Control Shift X. And same thing. Enter. Select those. And then edit mesh, merge to center. Okay. I think we're good now. Let's delete history again. Save it. And I will do the planar again. And panel, UV editor. Okay. And there's not those white lines there anymore. Great. So symmetry is still on, which will save me some time. So I'm going to right mouse click edge, double click there, cut off the arms. And that is cut. So cut, the hotkey for that is Shift X, but it only works if you have this panel activated. So cut, and see it puts those white lines there, so you know you cut there. And same for the legs. If I click here and I do Shift X, but I have to kind of click on the top of this panel for that to work, because I don't think it'll work if I click it in there. And maybe the wrists. See if I do, yeah, see if I do Shift X there, it didn't do anything, but if I double click that, click here first, and then do Shift X, it works. And let's do one around the waist. Shift X. Oh, again, click on the top here, Shift X. And then one down the back. Oh, that went all the way around. So I think what I just want is here to, let's do here to there. Actually, I don't think I need that if I just split it on the top. So let's do here to here to here, click here, Shift X. So you've got a panel on the back there, one in the front. Let's cut the neck off here. And probably need something down the sides here too. Just to make this, you just want sort of simple flat surfaces to paint on. Okay. And for the head, just double click there. And here, that's a bit tricky because it doesn't. There's not one down the side there. Normally there would be. But maybe we should do this one then. Just double click there, Shift double click here. That seems a little more natural. Nope, maybe not all the way down. I don't really think I need those. Or these little ones here. Okay, Shift X. Oops, click here, Shift X. Okay, face might be, but it's nice not to have cuts down the middle of the face. So, cut off the feet. Shift X. Okay. And then we'd probably need ones down the side of the legs, or at some point on the legs. Oh, and the arms, you know, just so it's not a cylinder there. Okay, so it can flatten out. The feet, something probably to split those up. I guess I'd usually do the bottom of the feet. Oops. Okay, we got the bottom of the feet, and yeah, something to split that up as well so it doesn't go all the way around. Okay, yeah, that looks reasonable. All right. Now right mouse click. I think we just select all the faces and tools, unfold. Oh no, not brushes. We just want, let's just unfold. I know it's Control U, but Oh, okay, that's just down here. Alright, let's see how it does. And then let's lay out. So, I thought, yeah, Control L right there. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty reasonable. And then we can check it with these checkers. And so what you're looking for is pretty evenly sized and shaped checkers. So the area I would be a little bit concerned about is here and there. It's not looking good. And hands need a split, another split, I think. So let's just turn this off for a minute. Okay, so we can try again. So yeah, I think let's do this. Let's cut here and here. And maybe split this up too. It's actually easier sometimes to pick them when it's in smooth mode. Okay. That's going to help that. And what else did we say? The hands. Excuse me. Let's just take the top of the hands. And click here, Shift X. Okay. And once again, let's select those faces and modify unfold and modify layout, or Control U and Control L. And let's just check it with the checkers again. And now I don't see any particularly distorted checkers, which is great. So that is a more proper way to lay out the UVs on a character. So I'm going to save that as well. Let's wait 3, call it UV. Okay. Excuse me. And then there was something about the eyeball. I can't remember. Oh, there's some weird planar projection. I mean, if you just do, let's say, like, I think, I don't know what you, actually, that should be fine, I would think. Let's right mouse click, assign new material. What are these, like a Phong in there or something? I can't remember. And then click on that, color map, file, and browse. And it's going to go to my default project. I think I have them in here in my source images directory of my default project, which is the, yeah, this thing. Does that work? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I think your UV map was fine on there. I'm not sure what the question was. Okay, well, I hope this all helped.